Boil the ocean to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today's idiom is to boil the ocean. And I will admit, I've never heard of this. And maybe it's because I haven't been in corporate for the past, I guess since 2004. I mean, I've worked with businesses, but I haven't been in the corporate cultures working day in and day out. So I've never heard this expression. It basically means to undertake an impossible task or to take a job or a project and focus in on all the minutia and all the details and make it bigger than it has to be and a lot more difficult than it has to be. Now, that definition I'm definitely guilty of when it comes to beating myself up or over analyzing things or looking at and taking too hard business failures, my divorce, things like that. I definitely have boiled the ocean, even though I've never heard it called that way. I've heard it overreact, make a mountain out of a molehill, make something way harder than it has to be. But this idiom, this expression is, it's a credit, not sure exactly who used it first. Will Rogers is, the American humorist, is credited with saying that the Germans, in order to handle the German U-boats, we should just boil the ocean and then they would turn pink and pop to the surface. So he was a humorist and comedian at a time when I guess we probably needed some humor. Mark Twain is also attributed with maybe coming up with this and using it, as well as Lewis Carroll. So the absolute origin of it isn't known. It's accredited to all of them. So I guess whoever came first, probably Mark Twain, gets the credit for coming up with this idiom. But I remember reading an article in Forbes magazine saying, we need to retire boil the ocean. We need to retire this saying in corporate America. And I'm like, need to retire it? I've never even heard it, much less need to retire it. And I guess sometimes things serve us and are good. But to me, boiling the ocean, making something bigger and harder than it has to be, I am on this huge drive the older I get to keep things simple, simplify, have a simple framework, a simple way of dealing with things. A framework is just a process, a simple process of how we do each of the different things that need to get done as we grow and build and supersize our business. And keeping it simple is always better than overcomplicating it. And I could share tons of stories with that. Complication and making things more complicated and harder than they have to be just adds costs and expenses to our business, which is something we don't want to do, right? We want to do things in the most efficient, effective, continuously improving way possible as we grow and build and supersize our business. So curious, have you ever heard this particular idiom or expression, boil the ocean? Have you ever done it? Have you ever boiled the ocean? I definitely have on some projects. A particular software project comes to mind. We were developing a software I was on a team that was developing a new software app, and we definitely were boiling the ocean on that one. All right, if I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another idiom and how we can use it to grow and build and supersize our businesses. Have a great day.